Coming up right now, a massive dine and dash poses the age-old question on whether large parties should be forced to pay a mandatory gratuity.
Also coming up, it's a new law that will automatically make one country's residents younger.
And later, see why one woman says you cannot shame her. If she's not ashamed of herself, it hurts just to watch. We'll explain it.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Well, hello everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and we're welcoming you to Daily Flash Halloween edition. Yeah. Jackson, let me tell you something. Jackson and I have been working together for literally over 20 years. And when we first started working together, we dress up, yada, yada. We just got to the point. It's just, there's costume changes and there's costume changes.
Yes.
And so we go, let's just go with the colors today.
Yeah, let's pretend like we're TV hosts.
Yes. So, yeah.
That's what we're dressed
That's actually our best
as.
one. Remember one year we did that?
We went as news anchors?
We went as news anchors one time, a long time ago on the other show.
I love seeing people dress up. I just feel so awkward myself.
Yeah, and we love having fun.
Yeah.
I want people to know that. I'll put a wig on faster than anybody.
Yeah.
And this is the time of year where you start watching your Halloween movies.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be checking in with Matt a little bit later on. Matty, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
Space Jam 2.
Space Jam 2.
Absolutely terrifying. The whole thing is just terrifying.
Got it.
Let me ask you, speaking of, is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Both. Last for 2 months.
So, yeah, and I think that somebody was talking about it coming on. I go, actually, this is brilliant marketing because you go from October to December because you can make it a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie.
You can leave that 13, Jess can leave that 13-foot Jack Skellington she has out till New Year's. And I'm perfectly fine
Sort
with
of goes along with the retail option right now, which is Halloween is out in August and Christmas is out in September. So I came across a funny article, funniest first date question.
First date question.
Easy for me to say first.
How much money you make?
Date question.
I know I've had people ask me right off the bat when I was out there dating, ask me how much money I made. I'm like,
isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Not enough, apparently.
Here are a couple.
Okay.
Milk or cereal first?
Okay. Cereals first for me.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. I can get you.
Okay,
a little different vibe on these.
What's your favorite dad joke?
Oh, I have a lot of them. You'd have to think of them.
Yeah.
I keep them in a bank, but that's a good one to keep.
Yeah. Okay, how about this one? Would you rather have foot-long fingers or foot-long toes? Funny first date questions.
Well, if they're toes, I'd have to have really big shoes, which would make them think I have really big feet.
Yeah.
Things are going to be going good.
There we go, yeah. Could be an indication. What's the most embarrassing song on your playlist that you love?
Yeah, I have all of Air Supply's.
Okay, that's good.
But I know Air Supply.
Okay, I have one more for you. If you had to go on a reality show, which would you choose?
That's a good one. I'm probably like a Survivor, or I wouldn't do Naked and Afraid, only because of mosquito bites.
What's the one where they show your bottom part?
Naked
early?
Attraction.
Yeah, there you go.
Naked Attraction.
Which
Not that I've watched it.
But here's me and Liza wasn't.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah,
I'm so uncomfortable.
It is.
Like I'm like, oh, I can't watch.
We're watching it, and in the bedroom, about to go to bed and everything, and then Enzo, our 12-year-old, comes in, and we're like, oh God.
No.
Why are you looking at naked men, Mitch? And, anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're going to have some fun today.
Yes.
We've got some great recipes for you for the Halloween pairings as well. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff on this. But we got to talk about what's happening, some trending news. A 20-person funeral party reportedly dined and dashed out on a $500 ticket. They followed their ripoff with a threat to shoot the restaurant staffers who objected to their move.
That's extreme.
Okay.
Yeah. 18 people in the group walked out without paying the bill because they weren't happy about the 20% gratuity added to the bill.
Really?
According to the receipt shown in the video, the meal totaled out to be $542.67. That included an added 20% gratuity of $84.64. The group refused to pay the bill, left the restaurant. The incident has actually opened that debate again online when it comes to adding gratuity to checks involving large parties. Every place I've ever seen that does this, it says it right on the menu.
Yes.
Parties over 5, there's an 8% right there.
If you've never dined out before, then this is news to you, but I guarantee you, if you've ever been out to a restaurant with a large party, that's usually standard operating procedure. Now, I get it if you're unhappy with the service, but to walk out on a bill, order all that food, and then stiff the waitress, the restaurant, that's thievery. I'm sorry.
100% it is, and it says more about you, obviously, than the service that came along.
Definitely.
And I think that you have to keep in mind, generally, you get a really long table. They usually have to split it up first off. Like they'll get another waitress or waiter that comes over, so they'll have to split that 20% in the first or whatever that they add to it. So
and a large party taxes the kitchen, it taxes the wait staff, so there's a lot more involved in serving a large party than there is maybe 2 or 3 tables of 4 people.
And I mean, that's a huge. And then you think, a lot of these mom and pop businesses that could put them out of business, a $500 business, or really hurt them.
Especially in this day and time with inflation. Well, South Koreans have become a year or 2 younger as a new law will follow international birth date standards. This new rule scraps an old system that counted a South Korean's age at conception rather than at birth. Previously, the most widely used calculation method in Korea was the centuries-old Korean age system, where a person turns 1 at birth and gains a year on January 1st. This means a baby born on December 31st would be 2 years old the following day. Lawmakers voted to scrap the traditional counting methods last December after disputes surfaced regarding access to insurance and government assistance programs.
I was never aware of that.
Me neither.
You're a 1-year-old right when you were born.
When you're born.
So, which, moms, like in America, I hate when how old is your child? And oh, he's 32 months old. I'm like, I can't do the math. Divided by 12.
I'm with you on that one. I'm like, really? Can't you just tell me he's 2?
You can round it up. But apparently, if a baby's born they're 1. How old is he? He's 1. You don't have to worry about it. I like that idea.
Well, a Swedish woman who spent close to $200,000 to become a plastic doll is having her tattoos removed, or is she? All right, put your blinders on here. 31-year-old Alicia Almira has been trying to change her appearance during the past decade. She's had multiple procedures, such as fillers, Botox, 2 breast implants,
looks natural,
and a nose job. I know you'll find this shocking. Almira, who is known for her risque photos on social media, recently claimed she removed all of her tattoos. Previous social media images reveal she was covered in tats from head to toe. Unclear if she actually had her tattoos removed or if she used makeup to cover them up. She's known to tell her fans, "You cannot shame me if I'm not ashamed."
She has so on her shirt. I was just
honing in on her. Notice?
At the bottom on her, it said bimbo at the bottom of it.
It's on your work computer now too.
Yeah,
just know that.
Now it's on my work computer. Yeah, exactly. And everybody, Siri is hearing all of us talk about it. Yeah. Facebook at least as well. But it says bimbo. To me, I'm just like, and it's not me to judge. I understand that, but I just see, wow, there's some issues going on there. You know what I'm saying? Is that she looks like probably. Before all of this was just a lovely person,
probably naturally beautiful,
And it's unfortunate to see that sort of thing, and then for you to bounce around saying you're a bimbo is like, what kind of role model?
Horrible Halloween costume. Horrible.
Because even Barbie isn't shaped like that.
Did you say portable or inflatable?
Horrible.
Oh, horrible.
They were inflatable.
The acoustics are...
I mean, portable, floatable, whatever.
Inflatable,
Ship's going down. I'm throwing her in first.
And by the way, how do you sleep at night?
I don't know, but that looks uncomfortable, doesn't it?
But you know what? If she's happy, she honestly, the goodness is happy. All right, more for her. But I just can't see that might be the case. Leaving everything you own to a famed soccer player would not be everyone's idea of a good cause. But one Brazilian fan actually wants to will his worldly goods to Neymar Jr. The anonymous fan said that he has officially named the Brazil striker as the sole recipient of his will.
Okay.
The 30-year-old said that the will was a legal way to leave his estate to Neymar and had the document signed by a notary. The Brazilian soccer star is one of the world's highest paid athletes, earning about $85 million in 2023. So I would imagine the guy should kind of reach out and say, "Hey man, don't do this."
He doesn't need the
I'm
money.
Okay. Maybe your family?
Yeah,
something like that.
I know, right? And you'd think that maybe he would, and maybe that's what he will do, I'm sure, if he's left with all of those
It's like when
items.
people leave it to cats or dogs.
Yeah.
It's always kind of weird.
It's a little suspect, isn't it?
Speaking of cats, there's actually a 14-year-old cat just broke the Guinness World Record for the loudest purr made by a feline. You want to hear it?
Yes.
Watch this.
The minimum that you had to achieve today was 50 decibels air-weighted. I can now confirm that you achieved 54.6 decibels air-weighted. Congratulations, you are officially amazing.
All righty. Bella purred out a 54 decibel purr, equivalent to the noise of boiling kettle, maybe just under a quiet refrigerator. Now, in order to have that record-breaking purr, an acoustic engineer had a recording device. Once Bella settled down on her favorite cushion, she began to purr. The results were immediately obvious. She is the loudest one that's living. The actual loudest was 66 decibels, and they passed away. It was like back in 2011.
I was waiting for a joke.
No, the loudest.
Set up for something.
It did sound like a joke. Like,
I was like, who's he gonna name? I'm trying to figure it out.
Or the kid, maybe.
Or the kid.
All right, here we go. We have more Flash coming up around the corner, and don't you go anywhere on this Halloween. Welcome back to Daily Flash. It is Halloween today, and chances are you have a house full of candy, don't you? Now, if you're looking for the perfect wine to pair with all that Halloween candy, you got the minions to go out to bring you back. You're actually going to enjoy this segment a lot.
Yeah, this is great. Joining us now is Sandra Gibord. She is CEO and founder of Sandra's Wine Life and a professor of wine at Sacred Heart University. Welcome back, Sandra.
Yes, love having you on.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween.
So we want to first start, Sandra, with champagne, Prosecco. A lot of people are a little intimidated by these bottles because they're afraid they don't know how to open them. What's your advice?
I have very good advice. And please, we've got the holidays coming up, so there's going to be a lot of sparkling wine being opened up. So a very simple tip, when you're opening up, release the cage. Never point, even when you're releasing the cage, never look down at it as you're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Point at your face, a window. You can point it at your ex-husband. But you want to release the cage and be very careful. And then you don't need to yank it off this way. You just want to twist it. You're going to twist the bottle and twist the pop, and you want to gently open it so it doesn't make a huge pop, because you don't want to lose all those bubbles and all that wine.
Yes.
The best way.
And there we go.
So there you go. Nice and safe. The cork is safe. You don't lose an eye.
And you're all in one piece. We're going to stick with the Prosecco, Sandra. Tell us about the best pairing with Prosecco and Halloween candy.
I mean, the candy that's out there, I know. All right, first of all, wine and candy, the same as wine and food. Lighter and brighter the candy, the lighter and brighter the wine. So we're going to start with Nerds and Sweet Tarts and Sour Patch.
Okay.
These are the bright, fresh, citrusy kind of candies. And that's what you're getting in Prosecco. Prosecco is very fresh, very light,
And the Sweet Tart.
really bubbly. It's going to go and effervescent, those like sour tart candies in your mouth. Two ways to serve Prosecco. You can serve it in your flute, but if you really want to be a wine geek, you can serve it in a white wine glass. And the reason why is you get to sense the aromas more, because you can stick your nose in there.
Okay.
But it is very citrusy, really lovely. And
I'm going to have mine with some Nerds.
me too.
I love Prosecco.
I got the Nerds. Strawberry Nerds I have.
Strawberry.
But that sweetness and that tart, and you just do a little sip.
I love that. All right,
And
very
it
good.
refreshes. Not overpowering, right?
Something you can
Sweet
sip on,
Tart.
by all means. All right, so we have that out of the way. Our second wine is a Chardonnay from Australia. What does it kind of pair well with?
Oh, well, the bigger, the butterier the Chardonnay, the bigger and butterier the candy. So the one candy, I'm pouring one from Australia, and I wanted to encourage you to drink some wines from Australia. There are some beautiful Chardonnays. We think of only California. You think of the original birthplace of Chardonnay, which is France, which is Burgundy, France. There are beautiful Chardonnays down under, and I don't think you're getting enough attention. That's why I suggested we try one today. I'm doing the Bumblebee from down under.
All right.
They're going to have a nice buttery flavor. You're going to want Butterfingers with your buttery
All right, we
Chardonnay.
got Butterfingers right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good one.
And does candy corn go well with it as well?
Candy corn is perfect. The minute you put I just popped the candy corn in my mouth. The minute you put candy corn with Chardonnay, it breaks down the acidity in the Chardonnay, breaks down the sugariness of the candy corn, makes it kind of creamy. So good.
Oh, I can't see that, the creaminess. I can feel that. Very nice. Well,
I mean, that's a dangerous combination.
It
Also,
is.
when you think of butter, think of buttered popcorn and buttery Chardonnay. Good
we
one.
have the popcorn as well for this. And again, this is like for a movie night. Yeah, no matter what.
Very good.
It's a movie night. Put the candy corn in with the popcorn and drink the Chardonnay.
There you go.
Love that.
All right, last on our list is the red wine. We've got a wonderful Shiraz here, Sandra. Tell us what goes best.
And it goes with the trifecta perfecto of Halloween.
Oh, the best.
Right? Kit Kat, Snickers, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. There's a ton of those. The kids will never know you took them. You're gonna get a ton of those. So when you think of California red wines, you tend to just think of Cabernet and Merlot. But there are Syrah. Syrah is a gorgeous, rich, fruity, spicy red wine from all over. It originated in France. But I love the ones in California because they're really big and rich. This one, just for Halloween, is cute, called Sixth Sense with the spooky.
Oh, hey, really quick. Yeah, it's a ghost. I hate to ruin it, everybody. The drink's a ghost. All right, so I got M&Ms with mine.
You got M&Ms? Okay.
But yeah, try them with the Reese's, try it with the Kit Kats. The bigger, richer the candy, the bigger, richer the wine.
Oh,
also,
really, yes.
Was beautiful with chili and all those wonderful fall foods that we're going to be having.
Because red wine goes great with chocolate, all right? Am I right on that?
Red wine and chocolate is so nice because there are elements, there are certain red wines that you're going to taste and you're going to be like, oh, I taste a little chocolate in there.
Oh, that's so nice with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
No, the peanut, the savory, the richness of the wine.
Stop it, Mitch.
Great time of year.
It is. All right.
Oh my goodness.
You say, since it is a new time of year and you also have the Thanksgiving coming up, you're saying kind of break out of your wine rut and trying some new wines. Explain a little more about that and what wines we should be trying out.
Right. So everybody, you're in a wine rut when you go into the wine shop and you know exactly where your bottle is.
Right. That's so true, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. So you have to explore. You need to pick a country and pick a region and start buying 1 or 2 bottles from there and exploring. If you love California Cabernets, why don't you go and try some Malbecs from Argentina? That would be wonderful to go with fall cuisine. Thanksgiving, the most difficult meal to pair wines with. I always tell everybody, when in doubt, go with Pinot Noir. It goes with everything.
Loved it.
Just a good tip.
Love it. We love it when having you on the show because first off, we eat candy, but great advice too. And of course, you want to find out more about Sandra and of course her pairings. Go to sandraswinelife.com. There you'll find all the information there. We'll have this whole interview actually on our website, so you'll see me acting goofy on our website.
What a cool job she has.
Right?
To be a professor of wine, so to speak. And she teaches this course to people.
And people don't appreciate the wines until you have like the good food that comes to it, right?
Or the good candy.
With the good candy in this case, right? More flash, more fun. We're talking about car smarts.
I'm going to drink the Prosecco.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. All right, so you're buying a used car. Man, this is a heck of a deal. But have you ever considered that it might have once been flooded? In today's Car Smarts, Lauren Fix, the car coach, tells us what to look for so we're not underwater when we drive it home.
Flood-damaged cars are about to hit the used car market. The recent winter storms that hit California and then Hurricane Ian in Florida have dumped trillions of gallons of water. Now, where are all those flood-damaged cars going? Everywhere, in every state and in every country. Thousands of flood-damaged cars are about to hit the market at your local used car lots. A host of bidders will compete for these drowned derelicts, some of whom have less than honest intentions for reselling these rides. And that matters because cars that have suffered water damage could be perilously unsafe, both physically and technologically, even if they look that way, said the director of insights at Edmunds.com. Before the hurricane, Carfax estimated that in 2022, there were about 400,000 vehicles on the road with flood-damaged history. Here is the problem. It's legal to sell these vehicles with flood damage as long as it's disclosed to the buyer. And many of these cars will wind up at auction sites like Insurance Auto Auction, where they'll be listed for very low prices. Others will wind up in dealers' lots, sold by individuals who don't always follow the rules. Those are the ones that buyers should be really worried about. Buyers have to know what to look for with these vehicles, as many will look as if there's nothing wrong with them. The main indicator of a flood-damaged car would be a bad smell, something sour, or mildew. That's a key factor. And if you're unsure, you should get an ASE certified mechanic to do an inspection. They will charge you for that service, but it could save you from a massive issue down the road. If you have the skills to check further on your own, look at the carpeting, the seats, the interior for signs of damage. And a big indicator of flood damage is electrical systems that malfunction, and look under the fuse box cover. If there's water, You definitely want to pass in that vehicle because it could be potentially dangerous. With all the computers and electronics in a car today, the technology systems that can prevent you from getting into an accident may not be working, and this puts you in even more danger. Checking the engine and the engine oil is another indicator, as water could still be in the oil pan. As many people know, water and oil don't mix. And if you pull the dipstick, if there is a dipstick, and the oil looks murky or looks like it's all milky colored, like ice cream that's melted, then you have cause for concern. The best thing anyone can do is to check the vehicle history report before buying. Now, if a private seller is offering the vehicle, I highly suggest that you go to a professional technician and have it inspected. And if the seller is adamant that he doesn't need an inspection, it's absolutely perfect. They're probably hiding something. I'm Lauren Fix, and you can find this information on my website, carcoachreports.com, and dailyflashshow.com.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, it's Halloween, kids. It's a fantastic time of year, and we like to include all of our family members in the festivities, right? Our partners, our kids, and of course, our animals. And in Furry Friends this week, we show some of them in some cute outfits. Well, in New York City, it's a proper event. The annual Tompkins Square Halloween Pet Parade took place this week. Hundreds of animal owners dressed up their furry friends in great costumes. Some included Mimi, who was dressed as a Pikachu, Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade balloon, and Bagel, who dressed in this "This Is Fine" meme. Some of the most popular among the parade participants were Taylor Swift, Barbie, and Rosalita as a dinosaur from Jurassic Park. The winner of the parade was Puka, the Pomeranian dressed as Winnie the Pooh. The parade almost didn't happen though, due to exorbitant permitting costs, but the city made a parade be a part of the Open Streets program and a sponsor who offered to cover the costs. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever dressed your pets up. If you have, send it to us and we'll make sure we get it on the show. And we featured bears quite a bit over the past couple of weeks because they've started getting ready for the winter hibernation and have been breaking into people's homes or going through their garbage to load up for the winter. Well, we may have found the winner of the eating contest they've been having. A dominant mother bear in Alaska's Katami National Park and Preserve has been crowned Fat Bear Week's Queen. Bear 128, named Grazer, won the vote in the final bracket of the Fat Bear Week. The park took to X, Twitter, to claim, "Let's crown our queen that's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal." 128 Glazer. It's estimated that Glazer is well over 700 or 800 pounds. The bear of the park's prepare to hibernate from late October until March. No word if she'll get a sponsor from Quaker. So that's pretty much, that's a big accomplishment for them. They do a huge social media push, and it brings awareness to the bears and lets people watch them on social media and cameras. So they do this yearly, and it's a great event. Mitch, do you have any pets you dress up or anything like that for Halloween?
I refuse to dress. I think they feel humiliated and downgraded. I don't think pets should wear costumes. I know I'll probably get all kinds of hate mail, but I can't do that to my pets.
We put my cat in a little taco costume, and I can just walk him around. And
he doesn't like it. Look at his face next time you do it. He's just like, this is my life now. I don't want to do this. We have, you can make them, cats look like lions by the little thing, and it looks cute for about 5 seconds. Till you realize that cat's lost every ounce of dignity. As a matter of fact, he gives up one of the 9 lives that he has. Just get me out of this thing. More Flash coming up right after this.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Everyone, I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
It's a scary day today for Halloween, but we're going to have some funny fun. I got some stats here for Halloween 2023.
Okay, I'm ready.
See if you guys can get near it. Projected Halloween spending overall. How much do you think money is made in 2023? Matt, you can join in on this if you like as well. Take a guess. How much money is spent?
$20 billion.
$12.2 billion.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. I was over. No Showcase Showdown.
Okay, no Showcase Showdown on that one. Halloween candy spending this year. How much?
50 million?
50, did you say?
50 million?
50, what say you?
I'm going to say $2 billion.
2, you're closer to it. Circle gets a square. 3.6 billion is how much is being said. This is what I thought this would be higher, but what the 34% of parents think this age is old enough to stop trick-or-treating. Once you hit this age, you shouldn't have to go out trick-or-treating. You say 14?
Yeah, I'll say 15.
It's 13 or 14, so right around that age. You're not supposed to go out trick-or-treating anymore. And then finally, how much direct property damage is caused by Halloween house fires each year?
$2 billion.
2 billion?
I'll say 100 million.
13 million.
13
People,
million.
you got your jack-o'-lanterns on fire. Keep that in mind. So lots of damage.
I have a number for you. Did you know that 40% of all hand injuries happen the week of Halloween because of carving jack-o'-lanterns?
I've heard about and they're saying specific fingers too. It's always like the thumb or the pinky. You're like, there's 2 fingers that get it the most. Yeah, I've heard that.
The cost of the candy's up 13% this year too.
Yeah. And I only got 1 kid. I used to have 4, so I used to have a lot of candy around the house. This year, I'm down to
1 bag for each
Plus, you're not
child.
allowed to eat it, so.
Yeah, well,
True.
I can hide it.
A 20-person funeral party reportedly dined and dashed on a $500 check. They followed their ripoff with a threat to shoot the restaurant staffers who objected to their move. 18 people in the group walked out without paying the bill because they were not happy with the 20% gratuity added on to the bill. According to a receipt shown in the video, the meal totaled $542. This included tax plus an added 20% gratuity of $84.64. The group refused to pay the bill, left the restaurant. The incident has reopened a debate online when it comes to adding gratuity to checks involving large parties. This has always been standard operating procedure. I mean, I waited tables in college, and anytime you had a party of like 6 or more, you automatically added the gratuity.
Is it, it used to be like ask any waiter or waitress or anybody who's delivered a pizza or whatever, they'd be all on fire about it. Are people not doing this anymore to realize that you need a tip? I mean, tips are that important?
No, but it seems
Gratuity?
like we've sort of like wandered down this avenue of like, well, I'll pay it if I want, but it's not an option. Like if you go into that restaurant and you sit down with a large party, you're obligated to pay that service fee.
And they usually have to split up the wait staff to take care of a large group, that sort of thing, and also getting it all out. And then trying to get everything all out at the same time is a big deal.
Yeah.
So, all those factors seem to be thrown out there. And shame on these people doing that. And then threaten them, even worse, says so much about them. And they just left a funeral, so apparently they didn't learn anything from the life of somebody.
That's bad karma.
That is very bad karma. We go to South Korea now, where they have actually become a year or 2 younger as a new law that will follow international birth date standards. Here's the deal. The new rule actually scraps an old system. It counted a South Korean's age at conception rather than at birth. Previously, the most widely used calculation method in Korea was the Central's Korean age system, where a person turns 1 year old right when they're born and gains a year on January 1st. This means a baby born on December 31st would be 2 years old the next day. Say what? Lawmakers voted to scrap the traditional counting methods last December after disputes surfaced regarding access to insurance and government assistance programs as well. It is interesting. I don't know the logic behind that, but I'm sure, that's a whole other country, though.
But you've heard the debate, though, where people say your age should start at conception, right?
I've heard that before, right?
Which is kind of, so I guess that's the sort of the thinking that they were following for hundreds of years.
You're at least 9 months old,
Yeah.
As far as creation goes.
So then they're saying you're a year old once you're born. We're just going to round it up to a year.
It would be weird, if like the example we used, December 31st, and then the next day you're 2 years old. Then when you get to be like my age, I'm like, this sucks. I'm not older, 2 years older.
Can I take a couple years off?
Yeah.
Come on now.
And I wonder if those people would. They can say, well, they can actually.
I'd
It's
like to
take
use
2
my
years off.
feels like age.
That's the American version. That's the American version. My dad was 40 for like 80.
There you go. I think we all move to South Korea. We're going to be much happier and much younger, too. We don't want you to move away. We're doing some Life Love shopping right after this. And you stick around, you're going to miss it. Don't go anywhere on Daily Flash.
If you live it, love it, or buy it, we talk about it on Life Love Shopping. We're going to start with travel today. If you're looking for an easy travel hack to save time and money by using points, Points by Jay offers this advice.
So my best friend was just over here and said something about travel that kind of blew my mind, so I knew I had to make a video about it. Just talking about how hard it's been to find flights to book with points that are a reasonable number of points. I asked her to tell me about how she was searching. Turns out she was only searching for round-trip flights. So I was like, what? No, best way to search is for one-ways. And this is the part where she turned a light bulb on for me. She said, I feel like I was always taught to search round-trip. So this is my myth-busting tip of the day. If you want to find more reasonably priced flights, especially for points redemptions, search for each leg of the flight as a one-way. Follow for more travel tips.
Okay, Boomer, here's some advice from the Zoomers or Gen Zers in your life. Do you work with someone born between 1997 and 2012? Well, then you most likely have a Gen Zer in your midst. The New York Post recently revealed a quick guide to the ultimate Gen Z slang. So let's start with an easy one, even Beyonce loves to use. Slay, used to describe someone's appearance. Your look slays. To serve, have you heard this one before? Refers to a look. He's serving in those jeans. Dupe, short for duplicate or knock off. Your Walmart bag is Prada dupe. It's giving, often used as a comparison. Her thick eyeliner is giving Amy Winehouse. Riz, shorthand for charisma. Mick Jagger has serious riz. Mentee B, short for mental breakdown. I'm having a mentee B right now. And Delulu, a romantic version of delusional. She's being Delulu to think this guy is super into her. There you go, your Gen Z slang guide for the week. And get this, Gen Z loves shopping for doomsday. The average prepper spent around $150 on items like food, water, toilet paper, and even first aid kits. About 40% of Gen Zers say they spent money on first aid supplies or doomsday kits, edging out 39% of millennials. Companies like Preppy and Judy offer basic prep kits starting at $100 and go into the thousands for the super advanced options. According to Preppy's website, the core of their kits features a military grade 3-day supply of food and water with a 5-year shelf life. Well, in celebration of National Oatmeal Day, we've got the scoop straight from the Quaker Test Kitchen on all things oats. From easy breakfast ideas to NFL-inspired recipes, here's Chef Steve Dominguez with more. Hi, Steve.
Yes, thanks for having me. And as the official oatmeal sponsor of the NFL, you can imagine we're really busy around here. So we're celebrating in multiple ways. First of all, we're kicking off our Quaker pre-grain tour with the NFL, and we'll be visiting cities and stadiums to showcase our Quaker food trucks, which will be giving out samples for consumers to try from recipes out of what we're calling our Quaker Playbook. The playbook has 32 recipes, and as you can imagine, they're inspired by all 32 NFL teams and their respective cities, really showcasing the versatility of oats. So, whether that be lunch, snacks, breakfast, or dinner, there's a Quaker product in there for you. But beyond all that, we are also partnering with a national nonprofit to give back. We believe that life circumstances should not be a barrier to good nutrition. That's why we're partnering with Gen Youth to provide $250,000 to fight child hunger. Something else that we're doing as the weather gets colder this fall season is we're continuing to roll out new product. This time around, we're excited to showcase our new Quaker Oat Fruit Fusion. It is an instant pack, which is very convenient for consumers and is pack loaded with vitamins E, D, C, zinc, calcium, made with no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, and made with 100% real fruit. A strawberry peach flavor, raspberry strawberry, and blueberry blackberry. Really excited for everyone to give them a try if they haven't yet. So, to learn more or for more information, check out QuakerOats.com. There you can find recipe inspirations, keep up with our latest product launches, and download our Quaker Playbook, in which you will find all 32 recipes in partnership with the NFL. As well, follow us on Instagram and TikTok where you find familiar faces ready to inspire you using the Quaker brand.
Welcome back. Nearly 8,000 veterans are diagnosed and treated for lung cancer every year at VA medical facilities all around the country. National Lung Cancer Screening Day is on November 11th, and joining us now to discuss is Dr. Chris Slater of the Department of Veteran Affairs. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about National Lung Cancer Screening Day. What is it, and what's actually the VA's goal?
Yeah, so November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and Lung Cancer Screening Day is on Veterans Day this year. And so in VA, we're actually turning it into Lung Cancer Screening Week. So we're partnering with the White House Cancer Moonshot Initiative, the American Cancer Society, and the American College of Radiology, and the GO2 Foundation to tell veterans and really all Americans about lung cancer screening so that they hear about this treatment or this effective intervention that can help reduce the chance of dying from lung cancer.
And what is the veterans actually journey different than maybe the general population?
Yeah, so In VA, we really want to be the experts in delivering healthcare. We want veterans to be experts in who they are. So in lung cancer screening, we have lung cancer screening coordinators at each VA facility that can help guide veterans through the process of lung cancer screening, whether that's figuring out if they're eligible for it, seeing if they want to undergo it, making sure they come back year after year for their annual CAT scan, and then getting them quickly to diagnosis and treatment if that's the possibility.
Extremely important. Folks want more information. Where do you want them to go?
Cancer.va.gov.
Very important information. We'll have this interview on our website, dailyflashshow.com. Thank you, Doctor.
What is KSA Entertainment? It's trending news, entertainment, lifestyle. KSA Entertainment. Culture. It's love. It's food. It's family. KSA. It's life. It's shopping. It's empowerment. KSA. KSA Entertainment. It's fitness. It's travel. KSA. It's fun. It's engaging. It's Daily Flash. Daily Flash Latino. Life, love, shopping. This is KSA Entertainment.
Welcome back to my Halloween food series. Today we're making edible amputated hand inspired by ghoul at heart. This is one of my favorite showstoppers for a Halloween display, and it's 100% edible. To a bowl, combine room temperature cream cheese with chive, parsley, dill, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Lay a sheet of parchment paper down, trace out your hand and lower arm, then place another sheet of parchment paper on top. Add on 5 panino rolls and 2 prosciutto wrapped mozzarella logs. Add in your herb cream cheese to fill in the gaps and smooth out any imperfections. Place prosciutto slices over, covering all cream cheese, including in between the fingers. For an extra touch, I cut red onion in the shape of nails and securing on with more cream cheese. Cover with plastic wrap and refrigerate for 4 hours before serving.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is the test kitchen, and this is where we find trending recipes online. We put them to the test. We've got Chef Yvonne here, and we were feeling a little Halloweenish today, so we're going to try this. Yvonne, what do you say?
Well, are you guys ready to see the final product?
Yes.
Right, you followed this all together.
To the T.
You still have 2 of your arms. So
Yeah, I do, but okay, so you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, and voila!
Oh my God.
That looks great.
So-
This is really neat, and this is all edible, which is great
So
about
it's
it.
all edible. So there's just one little exception. So what she used for the arms, I went through 3 different grocery stores. I could not find that roll of thing. So I just used some mozzarella. So if somebody at home can't find it, just find those longer mozzarella cheeses and then just put it there, whatever looks like an arm.
And then
basically.
what did you use for the fingernails?
So just red onions.
Is that what that is? Oh my God.
This
that
will be
looks
the only time I say
amazing.
this. This looks disgusting. I can't wait to eat it.
But I think it's gonna be delicious. So are you guys ready to try it?
Okay, first off, so
Yes.
we went through all the stuff that they had. Cream cheese.
Yeah,
what else?
recipe involves what?
Yeah, prosecco. Yes,
Not
lots
Prosecco.
of prosecco.
You just had Prosecco.
That's right.
So
Prosciutto, right?
Prosciutto.
Yeah, prosciutto. Exactly. So it's prosciutto. There you go. You got it there.
We're cutting you off right now.
I'm done. Why are you giving me the finger? You can say that too, right? All right, I'm sorry, Yvonne, continue.
So yeah, so it's cream cheese, room temperature, very important. The minced chive, parsley, the dill, salt, pepper. Just mix that together, and then take your panino, your rolls, your prosciutto. You'll need 1 or 2 packets of prosciutto, not more than that.
This thing's pretty popular. 164,000 people Instagram likes on this. And again, this video is going to be on our website as well. Now, let's
slice
jump
All
in.
right, you guys ready?
I
All
think
right.
we're
So
out
you
there.
guys have a preference? You want to try the middle of the finger?
I want to try the wrist. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try the wrist.
Never
all
thought I'd
right.
say that on TV.
My hands are clean.
All right. Very good.
So
Now
there
just
you
give me a
go.
cracker.
Yeah, grab a little cracker here.
Right.
And then
You're putting it on? Okay.
yeah, just put it on there, and then.
And then once it's like open.
What about you? You want to try just?
I'll try a finger.
You'll try a finger.
Sure.
Let's put the thumb here.
All right. So you can find
There
this
you
recipe
go.
on our website, dailyflashshow.com.
Let's give her a hand.
Woo! Chef Yvonne.
See what I
Test
did there?
kitchen. Thumbs up, right? We're
Yes.
giving a
Yeah.
thumbs up.
I think this is a.
no
this
more
is a
because
winner.
you ate the thumb.
Yes. Okay. Yvonne, thank you. Well, the 8th annual Rebel Rally, an all-women off-road navigational challenge, will take participants on a course through the deserts of the American Southwest this month. Kealoha navigator Susie Saxton is here with more.
The 8th annual Rebel Rally is leaving technology in the dust during an 8-day off-road navigation challenge. This fall, a select group of women are building community and working hard to accomplish unique feats without the aid of modern technology. Susie Saxton, Kealoha navigator.
We're navigating the course using only paper maps and a compass. No GPS, no cell phones, no digital devices of any kind, racing nearly 1,600 miles across the California and Nevada deserts. A true test of skill, determination, and teamwork.
In an era where people rely, some say too much, on technology for almost everything, sharpening survival skills and persevering is one more way these competitors are empowering themselves. Verena Mai, driver for Team Kealoha.
Blending the love of driving with the challenge of precise navigation, the Rebelle is the ultimate test of skill. It's not a race for speed, but a unique and demanding event, a platform for women to shine and empower one another.
To learn more, visit kia.com.
You know, more than half of Americans plan to throw or even attend a game day party this football season. So joining us now with some game-changing tips to elevate your game day gathering is Aaron Marcargo Jr. Thanks for joining us, Chef.
Hey, everybody. I'm your man, Aaron Marcargo Jr., Chef Aaron Marcargo Jr., that you've seen on either Bar Rescue or Food Network's Big Daddy's House. But now you're seeing me here because it's all about football season. And how do I make my football season spectacular? It's by having a great spread for tailgating. And I do this all through DoorDash because it's so easy. So whenever you're preparing to have your football table look as great as mine, just go to DoorDash.com. Get your beverages, get your chips, get your pizza, get all the favorites from your neighborhood restaurants that you're used to having. Bring them to your home, lay them out for your guests, and have fun. And if you're looking for a deal, definitely check out the DoorDash app because there's tons of deals, whether you're ordering from Auntie Anne's Pretzels or Little Caesars or Wendy's, or even from Dick's Sporting Goods. You can find a deal that's going to save you a couple dollars and allow you to buy something extra and special to put on your football table. Just go to DoorDash.com or download the app and have fun with it like I do.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. A young secretary becomes enchanted by the glamorous new counselor at the prison where she works. Their budding friendship takes a twisted turn which reveals a very dark secret. This is today's must-watch movie, Eileen.
Eileen!
Oh, look what the cat dragged in. Good afternoon, Eileen.
How's your day, Dad?
It was a day, just another day.
My day was a doozy. It's one of those days you never forget.
Listen up. This young lady is our new prison psychologist. She may be easy on the eyes, but I assure you, she is very smart.
I'm Rebecca.
I know.
I don't think I caught your name. Oopsie. Nasty habit. That's why I like it.
I live a little differently than most people. They're probably scared of you.
Prison is no place for a young lady. You got a big life ahead of you, I'm sure.
I'm just kind of average, I think.
You really think you're a normal person?
I bet you have brilliant dreams.
Eileen, may I confide in you? People are so ashamed of their desires. I have my own ideas.
Kind ideas?
You can never tell anyone, do you understand? Promise me.
Okay.
Love will make you crazy. Love will make you kill. Can't imagine you with a knife.
Can you imagine me with a gun?
That's very good, Eileen.
Yeah, I can see it. You're different these days. You're almost interesting.
Secrets and lies. Some things are so twisted. The only way out's for someone to die.
All right, it looks like it's going to be a fun one. I love period pieces too.
And it is the season for Oscar-worthy movies. Yeah, right?
You got to get those in, right?
Yeah.
That does it for our show. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you.